You're listening to The Sizzle on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
These young people don't know what the deal is, and they don't understand what the business is and how that business works and how it goes about getting, just getting everything where it should be. So, I always look at one of the things we had on an artist last week. One of the big things we were talking with her about was how do you get artists to understand their impact? What's their impact as far as their brand, how to market themselves, how to get themselves in these streets? Let's talk.
Now, like I said, it's not no secret sauce in regards to how to get them to understand it. But I think money talk, right? Mm-hmm. And I think in this day and age, if you have an artist that's in a sober mind and not under the influence and things of that nature, money talk, man. And the more that they see residuals and see checks from their apparel or whatever other merchandise they may have going on, it'll begin to get more and more of their attention. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I'm a recording artist. That's my baby, man. That is my baby. But the checks that come in every single day is from apparel. Right. You feel me? From peanuts to boatloads of bread. You feel me?
Yeah.
And you got to be real about it. So that goes back to what I said. So the dollar signs and all the requests and you can put it in music terms, all the potential bookings
right
are getting my attention in the apparel world. Okay. People calling every day, every single day, all across the world, overseas included, apparel related. If that don't get my attention, I don't know what will. You know what I mean?
Right. You're trying to make sure that name has that recognition with not only the music but the apparel and whatever you're selling, that secondary.
Right. And so I may not have, personally speaking, I may not have understood the impact of merchandising I always understood it, but I may not have put as much focus as I have on it if I had not been getting, thankfully, all this traction that I'm getting. Like I say, it's every day worldwide, nonstop.
Let's go back to when you were talking about the Jordan aspect of business, because I don't think young people understand how to diversify their portfolio. And we always talk, and you hear kids in the street talking about separate streams and getting other streams, and they got money streams. But when you got a package like brand Jordan, when you're really tapped in to getting that bag, and then not just that bag, but moving to the next offer, moving to that next venture, how does that work as an artist and as a mogul, as an entrepreneur? How do you keep that moving to keep those bags and that stream of energy and stream of income coming in?
That's a great question. I think not in any particular order, should I say, but one, the center of attention, the artist, right? The artist or the entertainer, let's say the entertainer, right? That person has to be in their right mind. That person has to understand the impact they have and the impact they can have. That person of interest can't allow themselves to think they know it all. That person of interest has to understand the strength of partnership. Some people don't understand partnerships. They think, one deep, do it all by myself, self-made. look here. You ain't no way you're going to get in the world by yourself. I don't care what you say. You have to form some type of partnerships in some way. And so the person of interest has to grasp what's going on and not be one dimensional. And I put up a small clip, about a week ago, just talking to entrepreneurs. You can't be one dimensional. When we talk about Jordan, yeah, he was what he was on the basketball court. But bro, it's 20 years later. These kids ain't never seen Jordan play. And every time a shoe dropped, that line is wrapped around the building. And now they're doing everything by apps, and you got to have a ticket, and you can't even get these shoes that keep dropping over and over when you're the first person that done logged in. That I ain't never seen them play. That's a major impact, bro. That's major marketing also. And so once again, the person got to be in their right mind. The person got to be marketable. And you got to have a team around you, dog, that can handle the demand, handle the impact. Have a team that can take person A or person B and put them in this arena. You can take that same person that's rebranded and put them over here in this arena. And then we're going to take the same person and put them over here in this arena. You got to be able to be marketable, man. And, it's power in it. Your gift will make room for you beyond measure, like beyond your wildest imagination. If you can keep a sober mind, learn to partner with different people, have a team, and attempt to keep it all in front of you, man. And, the list can go on about different entertainers, and people know that we've seen it. We've seen it with 50 Cent, You have a crazy team with you, man, and they know also what great opportunities look like. And they understand their weight, and they understand their weight if they merge with this person for a limited time or for a long term. It's levels to it, but you got to have a team. You got to be in your right mind and understand, man, like you cannot be one dimensional at all, especially not in this world. Our attention span trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's that question of diversity and how diverse are you? So let's talk some more about that team. How do you build that team? How do you make that team strong? What is it that you do to really get that team up and rolling?
That's a wonderful question, man. I think I know for one, you got to get out of your own way. I know some people, and I've been guilty of it too. You want to be hands-on with every single thing. You want to control the light. You want to sweep the floor. You want to take out the trash. You want to send the invoices. You want to do all the stuff. You got to get out your own way. And some people say, I need 10 of me. I need 5 of me. Really, you don't need 5 of you, because if you got 5 of you, that's 5 more people that won't get out their own way. Right?
Right.
That's
so
need
true.
People, you know what I'm saying? And the way I'm just saying this smoothly, trust me, this is not just off the rip. This came up from years of learning, of getting out my own way. You feel me? And so you have to, for one, like I said, get out your own way and be honest with yourself about your strengths and your weaknesses. And you gradually bring on other people that are team players. Like in the music space, if I got a street team of 10 people, I need a dedicated street team of 10 people, not 6 of them that want to be recording artists. You feel me?
Right. You gotta have. So wait a minute. You telling me you have to have at least 8 thoroughly immersed?
Bingo. You got to have at least 8 thoroughly immersed people, dog. That ain't out there trying to shine. You feel me? You got to have people out there that's committed to the team, and that is distributing the music, doing whatever proper promotion wherever we are, in a different state or wherever it may be. It's the same thing with any other entertainer or, clothing brand owner, whatever it may be. The 10 people they got on their team, they got to be dedicated to the brand, not doing their own brand on the side. This person doing that because the focus ain't the focus just ain't there.
It's just it's weird how you got to get that focus of who's on your team, how you build that team, and we keep saying that to young entrepreneurs. You got to build your team. Got to build your team. But I think it's even more important in hip hop. You got to build that team. You got to build those guys around you. You got to build those young ladies around you. You got to build your team.
You got to explain it too, because some people, like you said, they'll say you got to build a team. Because even me, I used to hear that term and I used to hear that saying, but it wasn't broken down. So you just build a team, build a team, build a team, right? But you have to understand, like I said, the strengths and the weaknesses that exist before you put the team together. You know, I can't just be putting the team together because you're just my partner, or, you know, you look cute and you smell good. You know, no, you can't even read out loud. No, right. I don't need you on the team. No, right. No. You feel me? Well, maybe just because you can't read out loud, you may be able to hold the lights though. You may be cold with them lights. You know what I mean? Just don't talk out loud. Don't talk. but you got to analyze people, and it takes time. You feel me?
Right.
And sometimes people get their toes stepped on. Even you yourself may get your toes stepped on. But, you know, like my dad used to tell me, bless his soul, hey, get out your feelings and do business. And that's that, man. You know, you find what people, you find their strengths, man, and you learn from each other. Iron sharpens iron, bro. Learn from each other with different people, man. And it's a wonderful thing over time if you can get it right. And it takes time. And at the same time, some people only on the team, just like any team, for a certain season. You feel me?
Right. You know, it's so important what you just said about getting out your feelings. And I had this conversation with my sons. I've had this conversations with other young people about being in their feelings. And then you get all emotional and you get hurt. And it's funny, right before our interview, I was listening to something Charleston White said about the difference between men and women. And I'm looking at feelings and how feelings impact that business move, how it impacts those moves that you make. How do you go about, if you're an entrepreneur, and saying this from your position, what advice do you give young entrepreneurs to get past their feelings, get outside of themselves, and work towards the goal of their business?
Look, man, like I said, you know, my dad told me years ago, he always would say, son, get out your feelings and do business. If you get out your feelings, man, business can last far longer than your physical existence. And it's one of those deals where it takes some work. You got to work on it sometimes, depending on the space you occupy, depending on the industry that you may be in. You may have to work on it because, you know, as a creative person, you know, like Erica Badu say, you know, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shiggity. You feel me? You just are sometimes.
Right.
But you have to get out of that, because in this world that we live in, we know everybody got an opinion, right? Everybody got an opinion.
Social media gives them more of an opinion, doesn't it?
Oh, man, right? But like Jalen Hurts said, he had a purpose before you had an opinion.
Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir.
Right. And so if I'm going to make it to wherever I'm going in my journey and in my industry, if I'm going to be in my feelings, it's a good chance I ain't going to make it to where I want to go. Your feelings is going to hinder you from a lot of your goals if you stuck in your feelings. And I can say that personally. There's been some times throughout the years where I was in my feelings when I should have just took it for what it was and just did business, or chose not to do business and kept it moving. You feel me? And I remember one time, I give you a perfect example too. You know, I would say I lost thousands of dollars on it. It was something simple. So I post daily, 24/7. Let's say stuff that's product related is watermarked with my website, right? And, you know, somebody was like, hey, man, your website ain't working. And whatever they talking about, dog, they tripping. They went in their mouth. My website worked, right? So I kept on about a few days, few weeks later. Let's say a few weeks later, somebody, man, your website ain't working. Man, when I go to my website pop up. My website working. I'm blocking them. They don't know what they're talking about, right? A few more weeks pass by, and the lady is like, your website ain't working. You need to get it together. And we exchange words. And but the last time when I was popping off, she said it ain't working because I said it's working fine because when I type in pincgator.com, it pop up. She said, no, when I type in your site, it pop up, but when I go to check out, it does X, Y, and Z. This is about 3 months later, bro.
Wow.
After these complaints I was getting.
Right.
I said, hold on. And I'm still kind of talking sideways to her.
Mm-hmm. And
I said, hold on. So I go do what she says. I said, oh my gosh. I had to apologize to her. I didn't want to apologize, but I had to. I had to apologize to her.
I understand.
But if I hadn't been in my feelings, because people every day ask me dumb questions, right? And so you answer them or you don't. But if I had to receive what somebody was saying a while ago, I probably could have nipped that in the bud months before that. You feel me?
Right.
So something just that simple, you may need to pump your brakes for a second. Hold on. What you mean? Because this is what I mean. A, B, and C. Oh, yo, thank you. Damn, you right. You feel me? Something that's simple, man. I know. At that moment, I lost thousands of dollars because I would say I was in my field. They just don't know what they're talking about. They can't read.
Mm-hmm.
It say the website right there.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, though, they wasn't explaining like the lady did either. You feel me? She said, no, it's not working because when I go here and then I go here, this is what's happening.
Right.
The other one just like, oh, it don't work. No, it worked. I type it in, it worked right there. Boom. You just can't read. So, you feel me? I was wrong.
Right.
But anyway, thankfully we got it ironed out, man. But like I said, man, you in anything, but especially in this entertainment world, man, you can't be in your feelings because there's so much changing. You're gonna work with so many people over time. Some things gonna go your way, a lot of things not gonna go your way, from performing to videos to contracts to potential opportunities and business deals. You gotta find a way to just keep a level head about things. Mm-hmm. And never let your nerve desert you. Feel me? So that's all.
Team, you speaking facts. You speaking truth. Hey, man, you dropping pearls for them. You dropping information. You heaping some hot coals on these boys' head, man. You can't just keep doing that, sir. You just can't keep putting these young people in session.
Just try to see where they at, Q. Try to see where they at.
You know. So listen, man, what we're going to do is we're going to break, and when we come back on the other side, we're going to talk some more about the impact of the industry and hip hop, and where is hip hop right now? What state of hip hop? Where is it? Where do you see it from your standpoint? Not just in Houston and in Chicago, and just where is hip hop and where does it stand? So listen, you know what it is. It's the Sizzle here on WGVE 88.7 FM. We'll see you on the other side.